Christianity exists in the world of Remnant, no matter how much Rooster Teeth tries to deny it. Throughout the years, the writers of the RWBY series have tried to say that Christianity doesn't exist in the show. However, there are a bunch of references that say otherwise. The first example of this religion existing happens in the first volume. In the episode titled, The Emerald Forest Part 2, we see that Ozpin has used chess pieces as relics for the students to collect. Later on in the series, we see Salem's henchmen using a computer virus with the Queen chess piece as its logo. The chessboard makes a brief return in the Volume 8 intro to symbolize how Salem was always a few moves ahead of the main characters. While most of the pieces shown in the series have little relevance to religion, there is one that is very important: the bishop. In Christianity, the bishop is a member of the clergy that is of higher status than the average priest or pastor. They're usually somewhat in charge of the respective institutions in their area. For example, the Pope is the Bishop of Rome. The second example of Christianity we see actually takes place before the series, both in the show and in real life. In the red trailer, we see Ruby wearing a cross pendant. And the cross, pretty obviously, is the main symbol of Christianity, as that's the device the Romans used to kill Jesus Christ. In the events afterwards, his followers would wear crosses in remembrance of his sacrifice in an attempt to atone for their sins. But Ruby isn't the only character seen wearing a cross. We also see Crow and Ozpin wearing crosses throughout the volumes. These two characters wear their crosses to symbolize those they've lost and the burdens they carry. The last example of Christianity I want to mention takes place in the Volume 3 episode titled Fall. When Pyrrha asks the headmasters why they don't tell people about the maidens, Glinda mentions that it would go against hundreds of years of human religion, and that some groups believe in one singular god. To be fair, this line may actually be referencing the supposed Faunus god that would be later revealed in the book, Fairy Tales of Remnant. Oh, also bonus fact, during a RWBY Rewind episode, when asked about which gods exist in RWBY, Eddie Rivas mentions Jehovah, another name for God. But this one doesn't really count as it's not directly tied to the show or to Christianity. He also mentions Buddha, so take what you want from that. So yeah, Christianity exists in some shape or form inside of the RWBY series. Rooster Teeth likely covers up this fact as it may alienate some religious fans, and it would go against their narrative that the two brothers created Remnant. And now that that's been cleared up, I have more important things to ponder. Like, is Ozma Jesus? He is a character with magical powers resurrected by his world's creation god after being dead for a while. Let me know what you think in the comments.